Thanks for joining us back here on iCare, I Volunteer. Our environment is precious, and our volunteers have come to play an important role in making sure that we preserve our environment. To talk more about how volunteers create an impact on helping preserve our environment, we have with us Robin and Layla from Riverwood Conservatory. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm excited to talk environment with you guys.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your organization and how do you guys use volunteers within it?
Okay, so Riverwood is a public natural area. It's 150 acres in the heart of Mississauga. And the Riverwood Conservancy is the nonprofit organization that cares for the property. So we have volunteers who do everything from help with our education programs to working in the gardens. We have an enabling garden program they assist with. They help maintain the natural areas. They do a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. And so you are a volunteer.
Yes,
So do you want to
I am.
explain a little bit to us about how you contribute to Riverwood?
Okay, I am in the natural educational program. So I'm like managing and supervising a group of students to do their lab work, and I'm participating also in the preparation along with the instructor to do the work before each class starting.
Perfect. And why do you guys feel that it's so important for people, youth or adults or seniors, to volunteer in the environment sector?
I think we've actually become a little separated from nature, and by volunteering in the environmental sector, whether it's Riverwood or anywhere else, you're reconnecting. And I think that's really important. We know that taking a walk has very beneficial therapeutic value. So anything that you can do, it's also a lot like the Think Global, Act Local. So volunteering, you're actually doing a great deal of good, but in your very local neighborhood.
Yeah, and I like that what you brought up about taking a walk can be therapeutic. What other benefits can come from volunteering with the environment?
Well, I think our volunteers, and I'm looking at Layla because I know we were thrilled when she joined our team, they can use the skills that they have, and they can learn new skills. So I think that's very beneficial both to us and to them. But it's also, again, connecting other people. So we have been able to connect newcomers with the property and with the concept of public parks in Canada. High school volunteers, they can get their hours, and it's just kind of a win-win-win all the way around.
And in what way specifically have you benefited from?
Okay, I'm new to Canada. I'm myself immigrant, so I have a bachelor's in chemistry. So with this program that I've been volunteering in, it's been an incredible opportunity to know more about the ecosystem here in Canada and to explore the beauty of nature in Canada. So it's really an incredible opportunity for me to be in Riverwood as a volunteer.
Mm-hmm. And how do you make sure that your volunteers are having a meaningful experience while they're with you?
Well, our organization, I think, is a little unique. We are a small organization. We have lots of volunteers, but we're small. We ask for feedback a lot. We always take ideas and suggestions seriously, and if we can make something happen. So an example is we have a native plant propagation program, and that exists because a volunteer said, here's an idea, and then she made it happen along with our support. So we do listen. We do provide learning opportunities for them. We try to provide training. We try to provide we provide first aid training for our volunteers. We try to do a lot of things that we feel are value added.
Yeah.
Because they're giving their time.
Of course. Now, who can volunteer for Riverwood, and what kinds of roles do you have open for the public?
So almost anybody can volunteer, and we have a number of roles. The challenge for us, and I'll say this out front, is that we are a public park, and the trails, for example, are not accessible. So for anyone who comes through that wants to volunteer that maybe has a mobility issue, then we have to be very careful where we place them. But we have our volunteers that help, as Layla does, with our education programs. We do have gardeners. We have people who are working with our enabling garden. This is a program space for people who have disabilities or challenges in their life. We have people who care for the natural heritage of the property. We have special events. I mean, we've just on and on and on.
On and on.
Yeah.
So are there any special groups or people in particular that you feel should know about Riverwood?
I personally think everyone should know about Riverwood. It's a free place to come.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. I think, but especially, as we mentioned, newcomers, but I think also the youth, because that seems to be a segment of society that does tend to get disconnected from nature. So just trying to get teens and young kids out and about rather than in front of a screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's huge. And do you have anything else to add to that?
For me, it's very important for newcomers to be aware of this place, because always they're gonna be meeting with professional and wonderful people there. So, and always they're gonna be able to participate in several programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, being part of the environment sector, what are your thoughts about the whole Canada 150 and the Parks Pass that is a huge hit this year?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it's wonderful that the government has extended that so that people who might say, well, I'd like to go see whatever park, now they have the opportunity. That one little barrier has been lifted.
Yeah. Have you guys gotten your pass?
I have.
Yes. Yeah. Me too. I'm very excited. I am super pumped for that. I think it's a great idea to have that accessible for our public. Well, I wanted to thank you guys for joining us here today. It's been a great chat. I loved getting to know about Riverwood, and I'm going to pop by one day.
Excellent.
Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more coming up right after the break. Youth are playing a very important role in the community. We have with us 3 Peel residents who have constantly been doing their bit for the community. Please welcome Jacqueline, Abby, and Sonia. Now, welcome to the show. Some of you guys, our viewers, may notice this lovely lady beside me to my left, Sonia, who has been on our show before just a few weeks ago. Yeah. But you're back this week for a different organization that you volunteer with. So some may call her the superstar volunteer. So we are going to get to know a little bit about the organization that you 3 are with to talk to us about today. So who wants to take the lead on that?
Well, we created this organization called Venture into Art for DECA, which is like a pretty big organization which seeks to encourage youth to pursue careers in business. So what we actually did for our project, which is called EPP, Entrepreneurship Promotion Project, was we created an organization called Venture into Art, where we really try to motivate youth to pursue careers in both art and entrepreneurship, because that's just so kind of important. Yeah.
Now, what kinds of art? Art is a very broad topic. So what specifically are you guys trying to achieve with that?
So we really want to encourage youth who are into drama, music, photography, film, just all kinds of art to really express and bring out that passion.
Of course. And so what are your roles? So you guys created this
Yes.
project. So what specifically are your roles within that organization?
So we divided our organization into a three-pronged approach. So we have Sonia, who is the marketing officer, and she's in charge of just reaching out to people and really bringing our social media campaign out there. Then we have Abby, who is in charge of planning the physically spaced events that we have. And then I'm sort of the direct mentorship person where and I go out and I help people actually execute their businesses.
Yeah.
So where did the idea come from, Abby? Maybe you want to...
So we all have a background in the arts. Like I personally enjoy music. I play a number of instruments. I sing. These two are both very talented photographers, and with Jackie and Sonia, they have a background in also a bit of entrepreneurship with a bit of they have online shops that they do have. So they realized, like as a collective, we realized that art as a medium that anyone can consume has vast potential to be successful in the entrepreneurial field. And so we wanted to share this opportunity with youth because many youth they're not aware of exactly how to monetize their talents for sure.
Of course.
And yeah.
I find that very interesting that you say that. I myself was a film major in university. And you know, people like us art nerds, we get knocked. We get knocked for being in the arts. What job are you going to get with that? What are you going to do with that degree? So I love the way you guys are using this to kind of serve the Peel community. And in which ways are you hoping that the Peel community will benefit from this?
Well, I think specifically, like through each prong of our three-pronged approach, we do have a somewhat of a different goal. So with our marketing strategy or social media platforms, we try to educate people that, you know, like take us seriously. I mean, there are real jobs and like they are valid. And with our physically spaced events.
Yeah, with our events, we actually set out a curriculum per se of all the essentials that one would need to start a business. And we held workshops where we would have these individuals interested in using their artistic talents to start a business to help them utilize these the skills that they needed. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you guys have any advice for youth who are a little bit younger than you or maybe even older? What advice do you have for them to help get involved in the community, or more specifically maybe your organization?
I think it's really important to get involved with a community or even a group that just encourages people to really get out there. So there are clubs such as Junior Achievement and Peel and a bunch of Facebook groups that people can join and just get in that environment, because it's really important to surround yourself with people that share the same common values as you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I really wanted to thank you guys for coming. We're just coming to the end of our show today. But I wish you guys the best of luck. You guys are young and you are definitely on the road to big things. Watch out for these girls, everyone, okay? All right, so thank you for watching today. Stay tuned for next week's episode of I Care, I Volunteer. Have a great night.